Of money.
Kenneth Vaughn spent the last 3 months putting his home back together after flooding forced him to gut it. He doesn't understand why the county is making him pay for it. He blames years of county neglect on the flooding issue.
We shouldn't have to pay for anything. They should take that out of their budget and pay for it for us.
And county officials say that those who can't pay for the sewage fee right away can have that fee added to their tax bill. Reporting from Collier County, Adam Pinsker, Fox 4 in your corner.
All right, thank you so much, Adam. A Southwest Florida man charged with sexual battery tonight. Investigators say he had sex with a woman who had passed out after a night of drinking last night. The victim had been picked up by her mom after a night of drinking and went directly to bed. The victim telling Lee County Sheriff's deputies that she woke up to this man, Carlos Cervantes, on top of her. Cervantes was arrested and sent to the Lee County Jail for processing.
A manhunt is on for 2 inmates who escaped from a Florida prison over the weekend. Authorities say Ronley Diaz Pardo and David Allen Anderson broke out of Washington County Jail Sunday night by chipping away at part of the wall under a cell sink. From there, authorities say they got into a maintenance room, which led to the jail yard. Then they crawled under a bent padlocked gate.
We're doing everything we can. Like I said, we're utilizing resources from the federal level all the way down to every county around Washington County is playing a part in helping us chase down leads to bring these guys back.
Authorities believe the men stole a car, which was later recovered in North Carolina.
4 in your corner, not backing down as we continue working to get you answers. After the Edison Mall and its management company kept quiet about a fight that happened at the mall over the weekend. You can see in the video, it was not a small fight. Today, the mall's corporate office finally getting back to 4 in your corner with an email telling us, quote, the safety of our shoppers, retailers, and employees is our top priority. We are working closely with the Fort Myers Police Department as they investigate the incident.
A mother is concerned tonight about the toy she sees one student bringing to her child's school. Coming up, what it is and what the school district has to say about it.
A guy calling 911 on himself after getting stuck in this chimney, and he wasn't there to deliver presents.
But first, how a Walmart store clerk saved one man thousands of dollars. You're watching Fox 4 News at 10.
And a Storm Smart Sky Cam tonight for the Best Western Waterfront in North Fort Myers, showing another comfortably cool night where it looks like those temperatures are going to be on their way down by next week. I'll tell you how cool we're going to get in the forecast coming up.
Live from the station that's in your corner, news with Patrick Nolan, Amy Wegman, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley. You're watching Fox 4 News at 10.
All right, so Arby's is rewarding customers with a special treat this holiday season. You're looking at it. The fast food chain is giving away limited edition meat sweatsuits to their most dedicated fans. The ensemble features photos of meats, and they come with a retractable bacon patterned hood. Customers have to share pictures of Arby's meals on social media in order to be eligible to win a pair of these sweats. Now, Derek's already claimed that he wants the first pair that they're offering, huh?
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I was been to Arby's, but I would love to have a pair of those. Since I missed out on the stovetop stuffing stretchy pants.
I know, they got something crazy for every season now.
I didn't even know about those. I feel so left out.
Those are big sellouts.
Yeah,
you don't need any kind of sweats right now in this weather. I'm just sweating normally. I don't need any kind of extra.
That is for sure. But it looks like we got some cooler weather on the way. It looks like not really arriving in time for Christmas, maybe a little bit after that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Storm chill for Doppler tonight, dry, of course. Not expecting any rain here anytime soon. Those temperatures, though, are starting to cool off tonight. Down to 62 in Clewiston, but 70 out at Page Field. Looks like the Cape is down to 68 degrees, 67 in Naples. Marco Island, you guys are 66, and up in DeSoto County, Arcadia at 66 degrees. So tomorrow morning, fog is going to be an issue again. This has been the case the past several mornings. We're going to have more fog tomorrow morning. It could be dense at times, down less than a quarter of a mile. So just be careful of that. You know the deal. Looks like those temperatures, though, by afternoon, though, reaching right around 80 to the low 80s for tomorrow afternoon with plenty of sunshine. So the fog should burn off by mid-morning. Should be another nice day shaping up. Maybe a tad cooler than what we've seen over the past couple of days, but still expected to get in the lower 80s for tomorrow afternoon. They're seeing some active weather out towards the west, though. Showers and a few thunderstorms firing up across the area into Texas, into Oklahoma. Some heavy rain now moving into parts of Arkansas. This is going to be staying well north of our area. They're actually going to see a couple of storm systems move through that that neck of the woods over the next couple of days. We're going to remain high and dry. High pressure remains in control of our weather. That's what this big hump is right here. This is a big area of high pressure aloft that's going to continue to keep us warm and dry through Friday. Now watch what happens as we get into next week. It's going to start to get squashed by this big trough by next Wednesday. So we're expecting some cooler weather to start pushing into the area as early as Christmas night, but it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, we're going to be back into the 70s for highs and low temperatures falling back into, looks like the 50s for overnight low temperatures. So 70s during the day, 50s at night by the middle part of next week. Predictor, though, showing more sunshine tomorrow. Skies partly cloudy, and looks like those temperatures for the next couple of afternoons, again, back into the lower 80s. So tonight's forecast down to 63, some fog developing late tonight. Tomorrow, 82 will be your high temperature with a little bit of fog in the morning. Sunshine during the afternoon. Southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's a look at your Ingham Marine forecast tomorrow. Looks like we're going to have some dense sea fog, particularly in the morning. Seas running about 2 feet or less. Inland waters a light chop. UV index tomorrow afternoon at a 4. 7-day forecast, highs low 80s for the next few days. Maybe getting a little warmer here by Friday into Saturday. And there's that cool down as early as Christmas Day, but it looks like the better chance for that cooler weather coming in by Tuesday.
All right, thank you, Derek. Remember, 4 in Your Corner is your source for complete weather coverage. You can download our Storm Shield 4 mobile app for push alerts and up-to-date information about the weather conditions in your area. A heads up tonight that could save grandparents and grandkids a lot of grief this holiday season. A scam that has the grands thinking they need to wire money for a grandkid in jail. None of it's true. 4 in Your Corner's John Matteries showing you how a Walmart employee saved the day in one case.
A grandparent's Christmas has been saved thanks to a quick-thinking Walmart clerk who realized he was about to be scammed. Had it not been for her suspicions, the man could have lost more than $2 grand, his Christmas spending money, and more. Cecil Rogers was looking forward to Christmas with his grandchildren until he got a call from one of them.
Papa said, "This is your oldest grandson, and so I'm in trouble."
He had been in a car accident.
Hit a long woman's car, and she was 7 months pregnant, and they charged me with drunken driving. I'm in jail.
His grandson put a lawyer on the phone who said Cecil needed to go to Walmart and do a store-to-store transfer of $2,300 to pay his bail bond. So Cecil headed for Walmart. Normally the story ends there, with another senior scammed. But not this time, because he chose the lane with this woman, Audrella Taylor, at the register.
Said something about his son or somebody was locked up in jail. He got a call and he needed to come in and send $2,000.
The 5-year Walmart employee immediately suspected he was being set up.
I said, well, I'm going to refuse this sendal. I'm not going to let you send that money because I think you've been scammed.
Here's why this scam is often so successful. The scammers tell the seniors not to tell anyone, including other close family members or the clerks here in the store. What gave you a clue that this man might be in a scam?
Because his daughter hadn't contacted him, and I felt like if his son was in true need, that the mom would know first before the grandpa would.
Store manager Dominic Gross commends her for her quick thinking.
We're very proud of Audrella and all of our customer service associates that help.
Cecil Rogers is thanking her too for saving him $2 grand and saving his family's Christmas. Unfortunately, not all scams are thwarted by store clerks. So let your older relatives know that if someone calls them claiming to be a grandson or granddaughter, it may not really be them. So don't waste your money. I'm John Matteries.
Thank you, John. 4 in Your Corner with another heads up for you tonight. Scammers claiming to be with the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, trying to get their hands on your money as well. They'll say that you've missed jury duty and that you have to pay a $1,000 fine, and then they try to get you to buy reloadable green dot cards and then call back with those numbers. Investigators say you should never buy gift cards for someone you don't know.
A man gets stuck in a chimney in California. No, it was not Santa doing a dry run before the big night. Authorities say the man tried to burglarize a restaurant by entering through the chimney, and when he got stuck, he called 911 on himself. Turns out the chimney wasn't a straight shot into that restaurant.
Probably figuring that the chimney would go straight down into the fireplace. And it actually took a 90-degree corner. It sounded like he was in there for quite a while before he made the phone call. And I think he was getting a little bit claustrophobic.
Yikes. The fire department was able to hoist the wannabe Santa out of that chimney. Turns out he's actually a known customer at that restaurant that he tried to break into. A daycare worker in Chicago accused of burning 5 children with a glue gun. Investigators say the woman brought the glue gun to the center for a Christmas project. One parent noticed burn marks on her 2-year-old's hands and demanded to see the surveillance video, which investigators say showed that woman using the glue gun directly on the hands and arms of those 5 toddlers. An assistant could also be seen laughing in that video. The 2 employees have been fired and are facing criminal charges. An Ohio mother is upset after she says a substitute teacher at her daughter's elementary school told a group of 3rd graders Santa and his elves aren't real.
She immediately just broke into tears, and she said that the teacher told her that Santa Claus isn't real, Christmas isn't real, and Christmas elves aren't real. It's all made up.
What was your reaction?
I was angry. I was heartbroken because that was taken away from my daughter, and it hurt. I want to know why she felt it was okay to shatter a childhood, anybody's childhood.
Poor kids. The principal called the students' parents to apologize about this. The school district released a statement saying the substitute teacher's comments were made in poor taste and she is no longer welcomed at that school.
A warning about something you wouldn't expect to explode inside your home, your bathroom sink. You got to see more of what happened to one couple and what you should keep in mind about what's in your bathroom.
But first, how a dog trashed in a Florida dumpster is bouncing back. You're watching Fox 4 News at 10. A tough story for any animal lover to hear. Somebody threw a dog into a dumpster and left him to die. When people found him in the trash outside of Plant City Strip Mall last week, he was starving, covered in matted fur, nearly dead, suffering from pancreatitis and high fever. Things looked bleak for this poor puppy. Now, Chance, named for a second chance at a happier life, is living at SPCA Florida in Lakeland. And after days on an IV, he's already on the rebound.
He seems like nothing ever happened, and the world loves him, and he's good to go.
Love to hear that. SPCA says they're not sure how long he was left in that dumpster, but Chance has gained a few pounds and will be up for adoption soon.
If you found yourself thinking there has got to be a better way during those frantic Hurricane Irma evacuations, you're definitely not alone. And now the people who run your state government are taking notice. Remember all this traffic? What could now be in store for Florida's official storm evacuation plans? But first, 4 in Your Corner pushing to get parents' answers from a Southwest Florida school and the district, and it's all about a Nerf gun. It's next on Fox 4 News at 10.
Live from the station that's in your corner, you're watching Fox 4 News at 10.
Some parents in Collier County upset tonight because a kid is bringing a Nerf gun onto campus. They're questioning the rules about this, and they're really worried somebody's going to get hurt.
4 in Your Corner's Jasmine Miner taking their concerns straight to the top, getting a response from the school district tonight.
The bell rings, school is out, and one kid gets out a Nerf gun.
Looked at me, looked at the other parent I was sitting with, and shot right at us, and it right by her hair.
Shannon says this kid brings out the Nerf gun as he makes his way from Sable Elementary to Cypress Palm Middle after school to wait for his sibling. She tells me for the last few months, every day she's seen the kid with a Nerf gun. And she's not the only one to notice.
Corporal Deputy Dudes has seen him. Multiple teachers have seen him playing with the guns. The school psychologist at the middle school here has seen him playing with the gun. Nobody's done anything about it.
And the school has its precautions when it comes to safety with
things like smoke and tobacco, completely restricted from campus. But what about Nerf guns?
Collier County School Board says weapons are prohibited, explaining a student shall not possess, handle, or transmit any object that reasonably can be considered a weapon. And when I called them,
will this be taken care of?
They told me the principal will be talking to the parents, as well as their deputies, to clear up the policy. The school board telling me the next time the Nerf gun is seen on campus, it will be confiscated. And how does Shannon feel of the school board saying they'll take care of it?
I'm just going to laugh about it, because nothing's been done yet.
And she fears kids will come and leave with the wrong idea.
Kids watch YouTube videos of adults putting thumbtacks or other ouchy, damaging items on the tips of the Nerf guns before they shoot them, and yeah, those cause damage.
Jasmine Miner, Fox 4, in your corner.
A couple accused of robbing a woman, then using her credit cards at local gas stations. Take a look at the man and the woman in these surveillance images. Investigators say they robbed the woman at the Bell Tower shops on Saturday and then used her credit cards at 3 different gas stations, spending about $500. If you recognize this man or this woman, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-780-TIPS.
A former Punta Gorda police officer who's been fired and charged for his role in a deadly shooting at a Citizens Police Academy wants his trial moved out of Southwest Florida. Lee Cole is scheduled to stand trial in Charlotte County where it happened. It would happen early next year, the trial, but he was fired back in February after the state charged him with manslaughter in the death of Mary Knowlton last August. His gun was supposed to be carrying blanks, not live ammo, as they did a role-playing exercise during that academy. Cole is now asking that his trial be held in Broward County, the Fort Lauderdale area, claiming that he couldn't get a fair trial here in Southwest Florida. The judge will have the final say.
Could Facebook help catch a killer? Larimar Webb was only 21 when someone shot him to death in 2016 near a Collier County elementary school. For In Your Corner's Carl Fortier breaking down what investigators know about this case and how they're hoping social media might lead to an arrest.
Well, a sheriff's detective tells me that the tips have dried up in this case, but he's sure that someone knows something that could help bring Larimar Webb's killer to justice and some closure for Webb's family.
You know, it's holidays, and there's a family without their son.
That son is 21-year-old Larimar Webb, who was found fatally shot in the driveway of a home near Big Cypress Elementary in Golden Gate Estates in the summer of 2016.
There's a man on our driveway laying down.
At this point, I believe that he was trying to get away from his attacker and hopefully try to find refuge with the people at that home.
Detective Thomas Cullen of the Collier County Sheriff's Office Homicide Section says surveillance video shows Webb at the elementary school before his death, but he says there are lapses in the timeline leading up to his murder and who he was with when he was killed.
We're hoping that somebody can come forward to corroborate some of the information that we've already received. This is a kid. You know, I'm sure his family is going to have a rough holiday again this year.
So the sheriff's office is asking people to share this post on Facebook, asking anyone who knows anything about Webb's murder to speak up, even if you want to stay anonymous.
There hasn't been anything come in for a while, and which is why we kind of wanted to bring this case to the forefront, especially around the holidays.
Crime Stoppers is the number to call and stay anonymous with information for this or any cold case. That number is 1-800-780-TIPS. You could be eligible for a $1,000 cash reward. In Collier County, Carl Fortier, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you, Carl. Newly released test results show toxins in an area plagued by toxic sludge go beyond the South Street dump site. Other wells in the area had high levels of arsenic, which neighbors suspect to be the result of runoff from that dump site. Neighbors are demanding the city take action, fearing what the toxic land means for the health of people that are living in that area.
People having stomach problems, finding out they had different kinds of cancer, all kind of stuff.
The original statement from DEP that there was no contamination off site was false. It's time now to have a plan to clean up the site and the surrounding neighborhoods.
A city spokesperson says these were just partial findings and they're withholding comment until experts provide them with a full report in January.
Your representatives in Tallahassee going over the lessons learned from Hurricane Irma, trying to smooth over issues with those evacuations and preparations. Remember all the